a misplaced debate. And I said, this started with in the 70s, in the early 80s, late 70s, for the first time since the discovery of DNA, the chemical companies started in investing in seed business. They saw that if they could come up with a seed technology that could protect the plant from certain insects or pests and diseases, then they would be able to sell seed as well as chemicals at the same time. And they did that in the United States first. When that happened, a war started, a propaganda war started between America and American businesses and European businesses. Europeans were the last one were not the first one. So they knew they were outcompeted by the American companies. So they created some debate about the harm of genetically modified organisms to the environment, to humanity at large. But I really think it was a political, economic debate that was misplaced, putting emphasis on the products and then talk about the science in general. So that created, for Africans, a total disadvantage. And that disadvantage is these companies would now want to take their technologies to Africa because the opportunity for marketing it is not great. African countries don't have a lot of hard money, hard currency that they could take out, but also the fact that, and then the misplaced debate I'm talking about is, on one side, the Europeans are saying GMOs are bad for you, and then they said Africans don't want to eat GMO because the European bosses.
Recording in progress.
And pay them regularly, and then to make African farming a lot easier for the farmers in America and Europe. So I think the overemphasis is a misplaced talk to talk about dangers of GMO. It is a specific, a case-by-case basis that you have to talk about whether or not that technology has some harm or not. But generally, GMOs have not shown. I was on a panel that's when I was a member of the board for natural resources and the National Academy board. We had sponsored a study, and it was done. The evidence very clearly shows that there is not damage to speak about, maybe potentially in some insects and so on and so forth. But other than that, in terms of health, there wasn't any direct evidence that says that these technologies in large are harmful at all. But the debate was an economic political propaganda that created to protect investments between American businesses and European businesses that really pushed the story in the wrong side.
Wow. This is the first time I'm hearing this side of the story. And I'm sure a lot of us are also hearing this for the first time.
I also end this story by saying that there is an African saying that when two elephants fight, it's the grass that gets damaged.
Yeah, the forest suffers for it. Yeah, so it's the first time I've actually heard a background information that is actually helpful with information for us. So, Fad, your